Hi guys, I'm Jason Holder and I'm an all-rounder for the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Well, I started playing cricket seriously from around age 7, 8. So that's when I first joined the Wanderers Cricket Club. My mom enrolled me into that club, and ever since then till now, I just had that love and that admiration for cricket. I started playing cricket at school, and it was just purely just a pastime. Obviously an enjoyment during lunch periods where all the boys would play cricket or whatever game we decided to play on that particular day. But cricket was primarily the number one sport then. So we played lots of cricket at school. And then from there, during the summers, obviously, your parents will look for places to send you. So, you'll be occupied and not being at home idle. So I went to a summer camp at the Empire Sports Club. Always been an all-rounder. I've always been one of those players who couldn't stay still, man. So I wanted to be involved in the game in some form or fashion. So if I'm not batting, I wanted to bowl. If I'm not bowling, I wanted to be in slip. If I'm not in slip, maybe one we could keep. I used to be keepers too back in the day. So Brian Lara, 100%. It's kind of a no-brainer. He is the best thing I've ever seen with the bat in hand. And just the way he played it to score. Well, he scored double centuries against every Test playing nation. He's got 375. He's got 400. He's got 501. Like, there's nothing else to really achieve, man. Like, and then on the bowling front, it was always Curtly Ambrose, man. Curtly Ambrose played the game in a way which I would just love to emulate, man. Curtly Ambrose was just stingy, mean. He was just one of those guys who could not practice for 4 weeks, pick up a ball and just put the ball right on the spot he wants to land the ball on. I played youth cricket for Barbados, so I came straight through the age groups. So I played on the 13 for Barbados, on the 15 for Barbados, on the 17 for Barbados, on the 19 for Barbados. Then progressed into the West Indies on the 19 team. So I played the 2010 World Cup in New Zealand. That tournament was a hell of an experience, man. First of all, it's the furthest I've ever been from home. I remember we had our first practice session, I think it was in Taranga. And I fell and I twisted my ankle, so I was just trying to beat the injury and trying to be fit enough and well enough to play from the first game. I just felt the performance I had in the quarterfinal game against England, where I got 5 for 19, it pushed me because I had people like Joe Root in that team, Ben Stokes, James Vince, just to name a few. And being able to have that success on that stage in the quarterfinal game was next to none. After that, I came back home and I played the last first class game of the season for Barbados, and I was 17 at that stage. And then after that, it's pretty much a phase where it was trying to transition into international cricket. And then I was fortunate to be called up as a replacement for Tino Best in the 2012 tour Bangladesh. This is a one-day leg. I didn't play in the series. I was fortunate then to go to the next tour, which was in Australia, and then I made my international debut there. And then obviously experiencing of an international game and having my debut was next to none, man. I think the biggest challenge I've had is expectation. For me, I've made most age group teams at a young age, so I've always been before my time. I think the biggest challenge for me was just that expectation, because people obviously grew to expect a lot more because they saw how much talent I had. And I had lots of conversations with people close to me. I also had a conversation with Dwayne Barber, who was the captain at that stage, who I would have been taken over from. And all these things were part of that decision, but it was a tough journey. Captain at a young age, where you're pretty much trying to solidify yourself into the actual team, and then ask the captain was tough. But I look at it as a situation where I could grow from it if given the right support. I always stuck to people who I felt I could trust and get the best out of, and who could get the best out of me. You know, and someone like a Chris Gill, you know, he did offer a lot of support. You know, he's one of those guys who would say, just ask him, you know, say what you need, and he'll try to bring out. Marlon Samuels was also another good man in the dressing room for me particularly, and I know sometimes his persona and his personality could be misconstrued in a sense, but you know, I think he was pretty good in the dressing room. Beating England at home was a great achievement. You know, winning my first series as captain in Zimbabwe was also another great achievement. And then being a part of some amazing test matches, man, is next. You know, like test cricket is the pinnacle for me, man. It's the best format. The most enjoyable experience I've probably had playing cricket or being involved in cricket is being part of that 2016 World Cup winning squad. And I didn't play a game. I played one warm-up game against Australia, and that was it. I didn't play another game in the competition, but just being a part of that group, seeing what winning felt like, you know, it was amazing. I got a phone call. We want you to come down. And it was just a sense of relief, man, because I felt as though I was just given a new life. You know, after not being in the fray of IPL cricket to them being given an opportunity. I was really upset. I was really upset. Upset with everybody else, upset with myself for allowing it to happen, because I feel as though I could probably have more control over it, but I'm not one to dwell, man. I think everything happens for a reason. The Orange Army, the message I'll say is, look, obviously not the campaign we were looking for this year, but the constant thing that has always remained within this group is just the camaraderie and the love. And that camaraderie and love starts with you guys as supporters, and you show your support and love obviously when we put those smiles on your faces and we do well. It starts from you guys as supporters, and I just want to personally thank you guys for embracing me as part of this Orange Army once again. I know if there's one team that I will have no issues coming back to play for, is the Sunrisers of Hyderabad.